Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Now this DIY project is actually Christmas inspired. Like, they're amazing, they're beautiful, and they're easy to make. Keep watching to learn the amazing ways you can create these amazing earrings. So for this, we're going to be needing our scissors, measuring tape, fabric chalk, quilting ruler, pins, our earrings. We're using this hoop earrings, glue, fabric glue, and our fabric itself. So first up, we're going to be using this amazing fabric. Now we're going to measure out around our earring. So measure out the circumference of your earring and then multiply that by 2. Let's imagine you have 5 inches, so you're going to cut out 10 inches. That's 5 inches times 2, 10 inches by about 2 inches. So this is 2 inches right here that I'm cutting, 2 inches by 10 inches. And then cut out 2 pieces, because you need 2 pieces for the 2 earrings, right? So you're going to cut out 2 pieces and then fold it into 2. So once you fold it into 2, you're going to use your pins to put it together and then sew it down right there. So here guys, I've sewn it and I've turned it to the other side, so you can see I've also ironed it. Now what we're going to do is just put in our earrings, gathering it so that it looks like this gathered style. So you're going to put it in and just gather it right there. So as you're getting to the top, fold it in so that you can hide those 2 raw edges at the edge. So the parts that you're putting it through and the parts that you're putting it out from, just make sure that it's folded in so that you can hide the raw edges. Once you're done with this, take your glue and just glue it to the earring hoop and hold it right there so that it can stick to it as fast as possible. You can blow some air on it, and that's basically what you need to do for this one. We're done, guys. This is all what you need for this particular design. Now you guys can see what it looks like right here. This is what you're going to have in the end. It's super easy, super amazing, a very good gift that you can give your loved ones. So here we have this fabric. I'm not using this fringe fabric anymore. I wanted to use it before, but I felt like it was going to be too much, so I decided to not use it again. So I'm going to just measure out what I have again around my earring. Now let's imagine it's 5 inches again, so 5 inches times 2 gives me 10, and I'm going to cut it by 3 inches. So 10 by 3 inches, cut out 2 pieces. Now once you're done, fold it at that top part. So this top part, fold it to the wrong side and then fold it again into 2, so that when you turn your fabric inside out, it's going to hide the raw edges automatically. So instead of pushing it in just like we did the other time, this time you can just easily do it once and for all. Then sew it down. Once this is sewn, turn it to the other side, iron it, and then we're going to now sew it by 0.25 inch. So can you guys see that line right there? I have sewn it already, 0.25 inch. That is where we're going to be putting our hoop earring through. So once you've done that, you're going to now start putting your earring through that hole, pulling it and gathering it the way you want it to be. This is what it's going to look like in the end. So guys, like I said, the fringe was going to make it look too much, so I just decided to not use the fringe anymore. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take my glue again and just glue it down right there, just like we did the other one. We're going to glue it down right there, and that's all. Once it's dry, this is what it's going to look like, and that's all, guys. Now for this next one, we're going to be making a tiny bow. So for this one, you're going to measure the width of your earring hoop and then how long you want it to be on your earring. So for me, I have about 2.5 inches width, and then I want it to be, let's say, 2 inches long. So what I'm going to measure out is that 2.5 inch wideness. You're going to times it by 2 and add 1 inch to it. So that gives me 6 inches, right? So 6 inches by 3 inches. 2 pieces as always for the 2 ears. And then I'm going to fold it at the top like this by 1/2 inch and at the bottom again by 1/2 inch, so that everything would become 2 inches. So remember, it's 3 inches wide. So if 1/2 inch goes on both sides, it remains 2 inches. Now you can either sew it down or just take your earring, put it on it just like what I'm doing right here, and fold it, making sure they overlap. So this bow should be able to overlap by about 1/2 inch on both sides. Once you're done with that, pinch it together just like this, and then use a pin to hold it. Now it already looks like a bow, and once you use your pin to hold it, you can use a needle and thread to like sew it together so that it won't come off anytime. So you're going to sew it using your needle and thread, and once you're done sewing it just like this, you're going to now add those loops, you know, those things that make it actually look like a bow. So that's what we're going to add right here. So you can easily remove it like this because you can still put it back in anytime. And this is even so cool because you can decide to use your earrings plain and also use it with the bow basically. So you can choose to switch up your style anytime, any day. So this is what we're going to use. So I took a fabric that was about 2 inches by 2 inches, folded it into two, and sewed it on one edge, then turned it inside out to form this size. This particular size is what I need for my particular bow. So depending on the bow, the size of the bow you are using, you would make sure this loop is actually like matching the size of that bow. Do you guys get? So this loop should match the size of your bow. So we're now going to put it around it and then sew it down right there. Now when I'm sewing, I'm not going to sew it together just like this. I'm going to remove the bow from it because it was easier doing that. So remove the that bow, that pleated bow, remove it from it, and then sew your loop right there. So you guys are going to see what I'm talking about soon. So here I have sewn it, then I'm going to now turn it inside out to hide that sewn edge, because you don't want to wear your earrings and, you know, open edges are showing, your seams are showing. So just turn it inside out and then fix this in. It's going to enter, guys. It's going to go in. So just fix it in, pull it as hard as you can, and then once you're done, you're going to have your bow. So now I'm going to take my earring and I'm going to just put it in, and that's it, guys. That's all. So put it in, making sure the two sides have entered, and then arrange it however you want it to be. So this is what I have right here. It's so cute. Like, look at it. It's so cute. When you know the right size to use, you're going to get it really well. So this is what it looks like. Now we're going to make this semicircle kind of style. So I'm going to put my earring on this fabric and then cut out a circle. So because I want my fabric to be, you know, relatively larger than my earring, I'm going to use this sellotape to cut out my circle. So now I'm going to cut out 4 pieces, so 2 for each ear. So I'm just going to place it right sides facing each other. I'm going to now sew it all around and then leave a space that I'm going to turn it out from. So once I'm done sewing, I'll now snip the edges so I can be able to have that perfect circle and then turn it inside out from there. So this is what it looks like. I have turned it and I have ironed it so that it can be flat. Then what I'm going to do is fold it into 2 like this, then mark out where I want the semicircle to start from basically. So I'm now going to mark it right there, making sure it's equal. Guys, you need to make sure the left and right hand side is equal. Then I'm going to just put it in right there. You can also use something to make that hole right there and just put in your earrings through it. So guys, this is what it looks like. It's already looking beautiful. Now what I'm going to do now is use the glue to glue it together. I thought I could just sew it, but it was somehow tedious trying to sew it, so I decided to just, you know, let's just glue it down because it's going to make it even, you know, stay really well. Once that is done, your earrings are ready. Now I did a different size again, smaller size, so that you guys can see that you can actually do any size with this particular design. This is what it looks like. It looks so beautiful, so perfect. And next we have the one that is very Christmassy, which is this amazing bow style. So what we're going to do basically is have this fabric that is about 20 inches long. You know, you can make it any length. You can make the earrings any length you want, and you can even adjust it once we're done. So this is 20 inches by 3 inches. So basically what I'm going to do is sew it down like we've been doing and turn it to the other side. Once I've ironed it like this, I'm going to now fold it into two and then fold it in a bow-like manner. So just like I'm doing right here, can you guys see? And after I've adjusted it the way I want it to be, I'm going to take my earring and I'm just going to put it inside. Any earring basically, just put it in right there at that center point. So this center, you're just going to put it in right there, and that's all, guys. What you're now going to do is trim the edges depending on how long you want it to be. Just fold it in, and that's all. So do it for the second one and then sew it down right there, or use your glue to glue it right there. Now guys, can you see? It looks so Christmassy. It looks like those Christmas bows on the Christmas tree. It looks so cute, so beautiful. And then I decided to do a different size. This was a strip I had that I just tied as a bow, and that's what I just used. Basically, it looks super cute, and this is what I have right there. Now guys, that's all I have for you guys in this video. Those are 7 amazing earrings that you can do. So I'm counting the smaller ones with the bigger one so that you guys can know what I'm talking about. So the small one and the big one. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video within and outside your circle. Comment in the comment section. It helps my algorithm. It helps YouTube know that you are actually learning a lot from my channel. Please guys, subscribe, and until my next video, do have yourself a wonderful morning, noon or night wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.